Hello, brothers and sisters. I felt that now would be the appropriate time to make this video. And I want to talk about how just something that I've been going through, which wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you guys are going through it too. Now, just a little bit about myself. I, like anybody, of the bride that, the Spirit of God is in us, so we're going to love what He loves and hate what He hates. Therefore, we're like happy, sad all the time. We have the joy of the Lord, but yet our hearts ache because of the evil that we see. So, because of that, I have I don't know what to call them, periods or something, where I'll just be alright with life, and then there are other times when I'm just like, no one can tell me anything because I'm so fed up and I'm just 1,000,000,000% over this life and everything in it, just about. So I could fluctuate, although it hasn't really happened so extremely recently, as in happy, sad, happy, sad. I get in my little moods. But anyway, that, the kind of sad side of that came back recently, and I really don't know what would have triggered it. We have the rapture-centric illness or whatever. We call it that jokingly because it's we obviously have symptoms of a very serious condition, being rapture-centric. But recently it came to me that I've just been feeling so ready to leave this place. It's I can't even 100% tell you where it's coming from. I just am not at rest as long as I'm on this earth. And so that mood has come back. And this time it's stronger than it's ever been. I'll explain just to kind of give you an idea. Maybe you're going through this. It's one thing to just, be upset that you woke up another day and you're still on earth where, evil is good and good is evil according to the people. It's one thing to just kind of be bummed out. It's another thing to be how I feel recently. That is just so heavily sad to be here. I feel like there's nothing, if my time was up today, I wouldn't be missing a single thing. I wouldn't ask for a single thing. I'd just be okay, cool, my time is up. Thank God, good riddance, because I'm just that tired of being here. And so I want to call it it's I feel like I'm at a critical condition. It's not just, oh, I'm bummed out, it's I need to get out of here now. That is just the feeling that I'm having. And to describe it, it's serious to the point of, imagine a person that's just kind of laid out in the desert and can't walk anymore, needs water really badly. Imagine that person when they're laid out in the desert and they are at the point where they take their very last breath, where it's if you don't give them water at that moment or do something for them at that moment, they will die. As in, it's not just an emotion at this point, it's an actual need. That's at least what I'm being allowed to experience right now. God could just be doing something or showing me something here. I want to talk about the birth again after I describe a little bit more. I feel like a person who, let's say that you have a health condition where you have to take certain pills or vitamins or whatever, and if you don't take those pills or vitamins, your body goes 100% out of whack, and you get nausea, you get, I don't know what, mood swings, you get migraines, your body just shuts down. I feel like that. I feel like I just took my last pill or something, and if I don't have the next one by the time that I need it, then my body's just gonna go out of whack, as in critical condition. Now these are just examples. It doesn't actually apply to me, in a literal sense, but they're just examples of how critical it is. I, okay. I'm sorry to say this, but it's also like, let's say you had to go to the bathroom really badly, and you're at that point right before you can't possibly hold anymore. Like, as in other words, you are being stretched to the furthest point that you can possibly be stretched before either something has to happen um, to I don't know, accommodate that or help you, or else you'll just like what explode or die or something. And that's how I feel. So I've been asking for the Lord for strength as far as that, because He's just been letting me feel the utter extremity of this. And so I want to talk about the birth of how, when a woman she has to go into labor or whatever, like her water breaks, like at that point, you got to do something to get this woman in a position where she can deliver a healthy baby. I feel like that's us. Like, we're that baby that it's like our head is basically popping out. Like, that is how full or ripe or how ready we are to be birthed. And I feel that emotionally, I feel that mentally. It's just like everything about that is just crushing me right now. Like, it's past a feeling, it's now a necessity. Like, I need to leave. That's what I feel like. Like, I have to leave. Like there's no possible way that I couldn't. Just like I shared a verse that the Lord gave me before. Like, would He bring you to the point of being born and then like shut her womb? No. Like, when the baby's head comes out so far, like, you just have to go through with the birth. Like, there's no pushing the baby back. Sorry, you can't do that. The baby has to come out, and that is what I'm able to feel right now. And that's really interesting because people have been talking a lot about the barley and Pentecost. Well, guess what time we're in right now? You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a baby that has to be born now. And so I guess the Lord is just allowing me to see perspective as far as like, we're at the point where it's almost like He's brought us to the point of birth so that He has to take us. Like, He has to. Just like how a woman can't hold a baby in her body when she's giving birth, like, you just can't do that. The baby has to come out. I feel like we're that baby in a sense. And so that's really interesting. That's something that's been going on with me that I wanted to share with you. And God bless you guys. May the peace of the Lord be with you in abundance, because for a fact we most desperately need it at this point. We're all out of meds. I'm like, okay, Lord, like out of spiritual medicine, I guess. Like, I'm telling the Lord, I'm like, okay, Lord, I feel like I'm on E. Like, I'm a car on E, where if I move forward, like even a millimeter more, then the car is going to break down in the middle of the road. Like, I need something. We need His strength now. I even told Him, I said, Lord, I need something that can give me as much fill in the blank, like peace or comfort, as dreams and visions and signs have given confirmation. Like, I need something. We need something. So everybody be strengthened. I wanted to share that with you, that it seems we are at the apex, or the cusp of this birth that I've been talking about, of the sons and daughters of God. So that's really exciting. God bless you guys. Bye. Okay, hi brothers and sisters. I actually wanted to just give you a mini update of something so awesome that just happened. This is kind of like an update for those of you that saw my video about the birds. Thank you guys so much for your input and sharing your beautiful stories with me. I enjoyed that so much. It was just a joyful conversation. Thank you. Well, let me tell you what just happened, okay? I have not been able to get a lick of sleep tonight for whatever reason. I tried and tried to sleep. I could not. But after this happened, I'm like, maybe I was supposed to experience this. It's like, let's see, it's 5:28 in the morning. But this happened just not too long ago. I was laying in bed and I was messing around with a sleep music app, and I thought it was kind of early in the morning for this to be happening, but all of a sudden I started hearing birds chirping. And let me tell you, when they started chirping, they have not stopped chirping since. But I heard them chirping, and I thought to myself, oh wow, it's the birds again. I went on ahead and I looked at my clock for some reason, and guess what time it was? It was 4:44 in the morning on the dot. That's when they started chirping, and they have continued since. And so I was like, really? We can't make that kind of stuff up. I was shown and told a long time ago that 444 means that we're going home. So for that to happen at that moment and continue, it's almost like God was making a point to me that, yes, they are chirping about your departure. And so I just, wow, that was so cool. I wanted to share with you guys. And if you've seen my, I think, most recent video, I also have started singing on this channel, which is an unheard of thing, but I just thought, well, hey, I think I'm going to do it. Why not? I don't know if I would make it a weekly thing or not, but I was kind of thinking it would be really neat if bridal blues became like a music genre or something. I don't know. Anyway, so the birds are singing, I might sing, I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. If you guys like it, then I'll see what I can do, because sometimes we want to play songs that just match our mood, and Lord knows we want to go home. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. God bless you. See you soon.